If you enjoyed this video, please consider subscribing for more realistic, immersive roleplays just like this. Hello. How are you? Yeah, very well, thank you. Just enjoying the Christmas rush. Don't know about you, but it's been pandemonium in my house. It's a mad month, December, but here we are. So, how have you been getting on with your vision? Alright, so about 6 months since your last eye check. Okay. Was that just a eye health check, or was that a prescription update? Okay, so last prescription was sometime before that. Alright. Well, if this is your first time with us today, I'm James, and I'm going to be going through your eye test with you. Now, we're going to look at the backs of your eyes, we're going to check the health of your eyes, we're going to screen for things like any soreness, redness, irritation, that kind of thing, glaucoma. High blood pressure can also show in the back of the eyes with sort of redness in or like swelling in some veins. And once we've established that your eyes are nice and healthy, we're going to go through some vision checks, check your eye coordination, check that they're both responding as they should be, and lastly we're going to conclude with your prescription update, which we're going to put some fancy glasses on you and then swap out different lenses to establish if your prescription has improved or gotten worse. Hopefully it's got better, obviously, but nothing too scary. No reason to be afraid of the opticians. I know it's not an experience everybody enjoys, but it really is harmless. Okay, great. Alright, so before we get started, I am just going to go through a couple of questions about your family history and general eye health. These are just brief, okay? So don't worry, I won't need a biography from you. Is this your first time with us today at this particular opticians? Okay, that's fine. Hopefully it's not the last. What was the date of your last prescription? Obviously, you may not know the exact date, but a month, a rough kind of idea will do just fine. Yeah, okay. Well, you're due an update then, in that case, so good timing. Are you aware if you are short-sighted or long-sighted? Yeah, that's fine. Have you previously been diagnosed with astigmatism? Alright, well, we'll check that out today, that's fine. Good. Any family history of blindness, eye disease, glaucoma, general poor eye health, or anything that you're aware of like that? Okay, yeah. So it was your grandmother, okay, yeah. Bless them. As we get older, we obviously do start to lose some of our vision, but if you stay on top of it, regular checks, doing exactly what you're doing today, then you can really get the most out of your vision for much longer than people think. Your whole life, really. Great, okay. Lastly, would you be interested in our new extra thin contact lenses? Studies are showing that they're about 35% more comfortable than regular contacts. This is sort of aimed at people who like the concept of contacts but sort of get irritated having them in for long periods. I would put myself in that category. Alright, I'll put you down as a maybe. Either way, we can just check the standard glasses prescription. We have a range of both, so it's no big deal. Alright, so just going to pop this down. Alright, we're just going to have a general look at your vision and see how which eye is stronger, basically, because everybody has a slightly more dominant eye, where vision is obviously slightly better on one side. And in order to do that, I'm going to have you look at the screen behind me, and I'm going to show you two circles. One is going to be green, one is going to be red. And I'm going to cycle through some. I'm going to have you cover this eye, and I'd just like you to tell me which circle appears sharper or which circle appears blurrier, okay? You can just tell me the sharpest one. Okay, ready? Alright, just looking at the screen, is the red circle or green circle sharper? Okay, and is the red or green circle sharper? Yeah, I'm just keeping this eye covered. Alright, still looking at the chart, is the red or green circle sharper? And again, red or green? And last one for this eye, is the red or green circle sharper? Okay, good. I'm going to write that down. Looks, what's that now? 7 out of 10, okay. 0.5. Alright, so if we could now just cover the opposite eye. Yep, ready? Okay, looking at the screen, is the red or green circle sharper? Okay, and red or green? Okay, keeping your eye on the screen, is the red or green circle clearer? Yep, red or green? And lastly, is the red or green circle sharper? Okay, good, alright. It looks like your right eye is slightly stronger, but that may change as we dig a little deeper, but just from a preliminary look. Okay, so I'm going to dim the lights now, and I'm going to shine a little red dot on the back screen. I'm just going to have you focus on that while I move in a little bit closer with the ophthalmoscope and have a look in your eyes with the light. Obviously, I'm going to be shining a light sort of directly in your eyes, so try not to look directly at the light. It may be a little bit unpleasant, but it is sadly necessary to check out the back of your eyes, okay? Alright, I'm just going to dim the light. Okay, can we see the dot? Yeah, okay. I'm just gonna have to come in a little bit closer for this. Apologize for the light that's about to go into your eye, but it's over quite quickly. So, just looking at the red dot on the back of the screen, okay? Okay, good. Alright, if you could just look up and look down. Okay, now look to your left and look over to your right. Good, look up and left. Alright, now look up and right. Now down and left. Down and right. have a little blink. Okay, you can either look at the back screen or just focus on my ear, okay? I'm just going to do the other eye now. Okay, same again, just looking up and looking down, looking over to your left, and now looking over to your right. Now up and left, up and right, down and left. Good, down and right. Very good. Again, just blink. Reacclimatize to the room. Good, you're doing very well. Just check the aperture on here. Alright, now, keeping the lights off and still focusing on the dot, I'm just going to cover this eye first, and I'm going to swing the flashlight into your eyes, okay? And I'm just going to check for the direct response of the pupil. Alright, so eye covered, looking at the dot. Okay, good. Direct response looks spot on. Okay, if you could just uncover the other eye. This is the consensual response, and it looks like it's working perfectly. Okay. Alright, now if you could just cover this. Alright, so just look at my ear this time, okay? Now I'm going to check the direct response between your eyes, which is looking good. Just looking here. Okay, uncover this eye. The consensual response looks to be good. Just looking here. Okay. I'm going to pop the lights back on for now, okay? Okay. So, next we're going to be using this little bit of kit here. And this is called a slit lamp. It's just a fancy bit of kit we can use for looking into the back of your eyes, okay? Just going to line this up with you here. Okay, just pop your chin right here. Okay, so on the chin rest. All right. Just gonna move this out here. Okay. Okay, you should see a small dot ahead of you, similar to the one that we showed you on the wall. Now, do you see the dot? Yeah. Okay. Similarly to before, I'm going to give you some instructions, okay? Just like you to keep looking straight ahead at the dot. And okay, look up. Keep looking up. And look down. Look to your left. And over to the right. That's good. Okay, back to the center. And again, looking up and down to your left. Over to your right. And back to the center. Okay. Just gonna have a look in the other eye now. Move this here. Okay. Do you see the dot? No? Okay. So just looking at the dot. And looking up. And to the left. And to the right. And back to the center. Up and left. Up and right. And back to the center. Okay, very good. I don't see any problems in the back of your eyes. Your retina looks to be completely intact. No inflammation, no scratches, no signs of infection, which is lovely. You can just pop your head back now. I'm just going to pop this back over there. Well done. Okay, let's move this. Okay, well, the back of your eyes look to be nice and healthy. You are correct. Before, you do have mild astigmatism, but obviously you knew that already. We factor this into the type of lenses that we can use. Obviously, they need to be somewhat corrective for the slightly abnormal shape of your eyes, but don't worry, I also have astigmatism. And we will, of course, make sure the lenses reflect that. Do you wear reading glasses and driving glasses? Do you have different pairs for different occasions? Okay. Alrighty, let's just check your peripheral vision briefly. Okay, so I've got some paddles here. These are for covering your eyes one at a time. And just before we check your peripheral, I'm actually going to check your ability to switch focus, okay? So I'm going to start by holding this very close to your vision, and without moving your head, I'm going to ask you to switch focus from this paddle to this paddle, which is obviously quite far away. So your eye shouldn't have any trouble adjusting, but if it does, well, that's what we're looking for. So if you can start by just looking here at this paddle and switch to this one. Good. And foreground, background, close, far. Good, good, good. So close vision, distant vision. Very good. Start here. And back to that one. Back to this one. Back to that one. Good. We're going to swap now. So if you can start by focusing on this object right here and switch to close-up. Back to here. And back to this one. It's the distant, close, distant, close. Once more, just going to check this side. Okay, good. Now to the peripheral check. So I'd just like you to look at the center of my face, okay? Don't move your head from side to side. I am going to hold the paddles here and I am going to wiggle them one at a time. And I'd like you to just say left, right, or both, obviously. Okay? So, again, just looking here, don't look at the paddles, as tempting as it may be. Ready? Yep. Yep. Good. Good. Yeah. Very good. No peeking. And here. And sticking with the peripheral theme. Again, just looking at the center of my face here. I am going to hold up fingers with numbers, and again, without looking at my hand, just tell me how many fingers am I holding up. It's a classic, everybody knows this one. Ready? Very good. Doing very well. Very good. 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 Okay, and again, just looking at the center of my face here. I'm going to cover one of your eyes. And okay, with this eye covered, can you see my whole face with your other eye? Is there any part missing? Okay, good. Now, I'd like you to tell me when my finger leaves your peripheral vision, obviously without looking at my finger. So keeping your gaze straight ahead. Ready? Okay, good. So let me know if my finger disappears at any point. That would indicate your blind spot. Obviously it disappears when it leaves your peripheral, but sometimes there's an area in between where we can't see. This is called a blind spot. Good, and now we're going to do the other side. Alright, so just covering this eye, looking straight ahead and letting me know when you no longer see my finger. Very good. You're doing very well. Just looking here. Any blind spots? No, good, okay. Alright, that's very good. Okay, I think it's time to test your prescription. So for this, I'm going to pop a little pair of glasses on you, and then I'm going to insert some lenses into them. I'm going to throw up some numbers, letters, pictures on the board behind me, and very, very easy. You just tell me which lens makes it clearer, or if there's no difference, just say no difference. I'm sure you know this test. Okay. Okay. Alright, so we'll start with some letters, I think. There we go. Okay, do you see the the letter on the screen? Yep, okay. So, starting with your left eye, I'm going to pop this lens in. And then just let me know if the image is clearer with lens number 1 or lens number 2. Okay, is it clearer with the lens or without the lens? Again, that's with the lens, without the lens. Okay. Still looking at the letter. Is it clearer 1 or clearer 2 or clearer without? Again, that's 1, that's 2, and that's without. Okay, let's take this out. We'll put in slightly stronger magnification there. Okay. Alright, I'm just going to change the letter. Alright. Does it look clearer? 1, 2, or without? Again, that's 1, 2, and that's without. Right. Clearer with lens number 3 or lens number 4. Okay. And number 5 or lens number 6. Okay, great. You're doing very well. Okay. Is it clearer with 7 or 8? Yep, I can show you them again. It's 7, that's 8, and feel free to say if you don't see a major difference. Some of them are going to look quite similar or even identical. Okay, let's just remove this. Let's put some spots on the screen. Now, looking at the spots, do they look sharper with the lens on or no lens? Again, do the spots look clearer with or without? Okay. Still focusing on the spots, do they look clearer with the lens or without the lens? Again, that's with the lens and without the lens. Good, okay. Let's put this on. Okay. Clearer 1 or 2? 3 or 4? And 5 or symbols on the screen now. Do the symbols look clearer, more vibrant, sharper with the lens, without the lens, or with the flip side, lens number 2? So that's option A, option B, or option C. Okay. I think we're starting to narrow down on your prescription. Getting a little closer. Let's just swap this out. Pop this one in. There we go. Okay. Sharper 1, 2, or better without? Better without, okay. It's perhaps a little strong. Sharper 3, sharper 4, or sharper with the base lens. Okay. And lastly for this eye, is it sharper with the base lens in or without? Okay, good. Alright, let's swap to the other eye now. Let's pop this here. Okay. Can you see the chart on the wall? Great. Okay. We shall do the same again with the other eye. Let's start with some letters. Okay, looking at the letters, are they clearer with the lens or with no lens? Okay, let me just fit this one in. Clearer number 1 or number 2? Yep. Clearer 3 or 4? Yep, okay. Is the chart clearer with 5, 6, or neither? Okay. Looking at the spots, do the spots look more vibrant, sharper, A or B? That's A or B. Okay. This is the eye with the astigmatism, isn't it? Yeah. Okay. Alright, let's put on a concave lens. Just take this one off. Okay. Are the spots looking better with the base lens or with the secondary lens? Base lens, secondary lens. Okay, that's good. I think we've pretty much got the prescription dialed in there. Let's adjust this. Alright, this will be the final test. Looking at the screen, I'm going to put up a Snellen chart, and with both eyes, can you read each line? Okay, so That's both eyes open. If we could start with the top line. Alright, now the line beneath. Good, and the line beneath that. And the line beneath that. Very good, and one below. Great, and the one beneath that. Good, okay. Well, it appears your prescription has actually gotten slightly better, meaning your eyes are not needing quite as strong of a lens. So we can get some new glasses or contacts made up for you. It'll probably take about 4 to 5 days to arrive, and you're more than welcome to try on pairs. We have many deals available right now, but for now, I think that's the end of the exam, and you should be very happy with your improved prescription. I will see you back here in a couple of days, hopefully, to collect your new frames. Brilliant. Okay, let's get these off you.